Distractions destroy your focus because they are everywhere. Phones buzzing, notifications popping off, and even new ideas stealing your attention. And that is why so many writers struggle to finish their book. The truth is, the only way that you can finish the book is to stay focused for long enough to get it down. If we've not yet met, I'm Charlie, I'm a writer helping writers write, and in this video I'm going to give you 5 practical tips that will help you stay focused when writing, even if you've always struggled with it. 1 second. Hello. First, let's talk about perfection and beating perfectionism, because chasing perfection slows you down. I'm guilty of this too. When I was studying my master's degree and writing my script, I would always reread what I wrote last time and try and edit that first before trying to write what came next. And I shouldn't have done this because by the time I edited, I ran out of creative juice and it slowed my entire process down. And in this context, that's a bad thing because I had a submission deadline looming over me. What you should do, with deadlines looming or not, is pick up from where you left off and continue writing without looking back. Give yourself the permission to write badly. Jodi Picoult says you can always edit a bad page, but you can't edit a blank one. First drafts are supposed to be messy. They are supposed to be basic. Your only job in that first draft is to make it exist. Next, let's tackle what to do with all those new ideas coming to mind while you're writing on your current work in progress. Because sometimes the biggest distractions actually come from within your own head. It doesn't always have to be a phone pinging nearby. How often do you find yourself writing and something you wrote actually triggers a new idea, either for a spin-off or for a new novel entirely? Because if you're anything like me, that happens a lot. I will grant you permission to explore the fresh idea another time, but for now, if that happens to you while you're writing on your current project, capture the idea by noting it down. When I do that, my brain knows the idea has been saved, and I can actually just get back to writing on the current project. If you need to, explore the idea for 5 minutes, get the crux of it down, expand a little bit, but then once you've done that for a few minutes, move on. Come back to the project that you're writing right now. And keep all of your fresh ideas in one place, whether that's a notebook or a file on your computer, or even the notes app in your phone. It's going to take a certain level of discipline to stick to the idea that you're writing now, but with enough practice, you'll nail it. Let's talk about controlling your writing environment in tip number 3. Where you choose to write matters more than you think. This could be a space within your house like most of us, but it could be a different physical space like the cafe, the library or the park. I've maybe tried sitting in the cafe once and it wasn't for me. It's just too busy. There's too many people around, there's coffee brewing at the side, there's conversations taking place. I can't get comfortable, so I can't get focused. But I don't mind sitting in a library because there's fewer distractions there. It's a quiet workspace, designed for that reason, and there's people there who are focusing on what they need to focus on too, whether that's writing, studying, reading, and you can actually end up absorbing that energy, which means that you're more likely to focus too. If you try and write in the same place where you normally scroll TikTok, you're more likely to actually just pick up your phone and start scrolling TikTok because that's what you usually do when you're sat there and you do it without thinking about it. Your brain is actually going to associate that space with that task and you end up doing it naturally. So for me, I actually really struggle to sit and write at my desk, and that's because I use that desk to play games at. So it's far too easy for me to turn the PC on in the background and start running a game and actually end up playing the game in the foreground and writing in the background and then eventually closing the laptop and not writing at all. And then I find I'm playing video games till 4 in the morning like I did when I was 18. It's the same reason I've not installed any games on my laptop. When I bought my laptop, I intended for it to be for writing and productivity. And as soon as I install a game on it, no matter how small that game is, it becomes a gaming machine. And I'll find it really difficult to focus on the stuff that I need to get done. So instead of sitting at my desk, I prefer to sit downstairs in the kitchen at the breakfast bar because there's no TV, there's no games consoles, and there's no sofa that I can slump into a snooze on. I might try and use my desk again when I get this office looking the way that I want it to, and maybe separate my gaming machine from it, but that'll be for another video when that time comes. So the point of this tip is to try and create a dedicated writing space for you, whether that's the corner of a room at home or a certain seat at a cafe, because when you're in that physical space, it gives your brain the cue it's time to write. Hey, let me just steal 30 seconds of your time to tell you all about something that I have made that helps people like you with your motivation. It's called the Writer's Motivation Kit, and it's an editable PDF designed to help you reconnect with why you write, define your purpose, and push through on the tough days even when writing feels impossible. Inside you'll find practical exercises, motivational prompts, and encouraging reminders that you are a writer, all in a clean and easy to use format. If you've ever struggled with motivation or find yourself stuck staring at a blank page, then this kit was made for you. You can grab your copy right now using the link in the description. Start rediscovering your motivation. Okay, let's get back to the video. Tip 4 is to set time limits. If you sit down to write and tell yourself that you're going to write for 3 hours, the chances are you'll probably procrastinate half of it away. It's too big a window to provide more opportunity for distraction. So lower the bar and set a small timer of 5 to 25 minutes per session. This will provide you with a short burst of focus. Put your phone in Do Not Disturb and follow the other tips in this video to just prove to yourself how much more focused your writing can actually be. Give yourself a 5-minute break after the timer goes off, go away, come back and write again. The reason you do that is because the task at hand feels less overwhelming when you know you've got a break coming. And that's the same in my normal day job. When I know I'm only 10 minutes away from my lunch break, those 10 minutes of work just fly. But you might even decide to keep writing after the timer goes off because you've actually worked yourself into creative flow. If that happens, great, take advantage of it, keep going. If it doesn't happen, that's totally fine because you'd have still made progress anyway. Before I jump into the last tip, I want to know if you're finding any of this helpful. Let me know by leaving a thumbs up on the video and telling me in the comments which of these tips you're going to try in your next writing session. And if there's anything I've missed which you think helps you stay more focused, let the other writers know and we can all learn something together. The final tip is to stay energized. Staying focused isn't just about the physical distraction. If you're tired, hungry, stressed, there is no amount of willpower that is going to allow you to focus. You've got to be in the right mindset, stay hydrated and well fed to have the energy to write. Because writing is a grueling mental task, conjuring all these characters and setting and plot and trying to find the right words to articulate your story. So make sure you listen to your body and your mind and give it what it needs before you try and push through. Sometimes we have to push through. I get that. I did at uni at 4 in the morning on 4 cans of Monster. But did I enjoy it? It's questionable actually. Pay attention to when you feel most alert during the day. And if it helps, keep a diary of when you write and at what times and what mood you're in, and use that information to identify when the best time for you to write is and try and plan your time accordingly. I know I'm a night owl. I hate getting up in the mornings. I do not like early morning starts. So there is no point for me to try and get up before 6 AM to try and write because I'm just not going to be in the right mindset for it. I write better when I get home from work in the evenings or late into the night. And yes, I am that classic cliche of a writer who stays up till 3 AM writing or, as you've learnt now, gaming. So let's recap. To stay focused, you need to beat perfectionism, capture your new ideas early, control your environment, set time limits, and stay energized. And not every day is going to be perfect. None of us are perfect. But if you keep showing up, remain consistent, and stay focused, eventually the book will get written. So here's my challenge to you. The next time you try and write, try and use one of these strategies. Maybe you set a timer, or maybe you change your physical space and go and sit in the park, or maybe you do both. I'd like to know what it is that you're going to try and do, so let me know in the comments, and if you've not started your book yet, check out this video over here, and I will see you there.